Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy NTG back here with another video today, guys. I know it has been a while since you saw this face. It has been a while since an upload has gone to this channel. But you know, it's about a week away, guys. We got College Ultimate Team. You know what that means? We're one step closer to Madden Ultimate Team. So you guys know we get in the prime of these games. There's not a better guy you're going to want on YouTube to give you guys the tips, the coin making methods, the budget beast, what packs you should be opening, what you should be doing in the game than this face right here. So I need you guys to do me a favor. I need you guys to like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on post notifications, guys. We are getting back into the cycle, and we got a good video for you guys today. Today I'm going to be talking about what I would like to see in College Ultimate Team 25. I want to talk about the changes I want to see made to hopefully make this game a little bit better. Because listen, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be a little critical right here. I wasn't a big fan of Cut in 25, and it's not because the game was bad itself. The gameplay itself was incredible. It was the fact that I just didn't like how content was being delivered. I didn't like the menus and stuff like that. You guys know I might be one of the biggest menu guys on this platform. I'm going to try to give you guys the best tips, the best ways to make coins and stuff like that, and I felt like it was kind of lacking in this game. So I'm going to tell you guys kind of some improvements I would like to see. Then hopefully we can, you know, kind of become a better community with this. We can get some better games, and in future Cut installations, it's even better. But this is the first step coming into next year, and nothing's going to happen because we're a week out. But this is kind of my wish list and what I hope we can see in that game. Again, if you guys do enjoy the video, I appreciate your support as always. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on post notifications. And without further ado, let's hop right into it. So, I'm going to be honest with you, straight up. I have not played, you know, there's some college football. I legitimately have not played consistently Cut in 11 months, 10 months, really probably since Madden came out, and it was because I lost a lot of coins on legendary rerolls. I had like 2 million coins. I was feeling good about myself, and then everything got lost because the pack odds were horrid. So that is why I kind of stopped playing Cut, and I just didn't rebound because it would take so long for me to make those coins. And we'll talk about that in just a second. The first thing I'd like in Cut is I would like to see, I want this in Madden too. I just want more, you know, options gameplay wise. Listen, there's head to head, there's house rules. I get that stuff. I get that. The thing I've been wanting for a long time is some sort of a 7-on-7. You guys know there's 7-on-7 things like practice and stuff that Madden has the yard and stuff like that. But if you guys ever played NBA 2K back in the day, there was this thing called Triple Threat, I believe. And what would happen is you would drop a ball or balls, depending on how many wins you would get, and you'd get rewards, whether that's coin or, in you know, that game's MT, whether that's a specific player on the board or something like that. I think that is an outstanding idea that I think 2K has kind of killed, and I think Madden could maybe adopt it, or EA could adopt that and put it in Madden or Cut. I'll talk about that separately in my MUT video here, probably in a few weeks before that comes out and before we get the deep dive and all that stuff. But if Cut can't adopt something like that, that would be fantastic, or just another way to earn yourself some pretty solid rewards. That would be fantastic, and I'd like to see that because, again, it puts more coins in the market, potentially more cards in the market. Players don't need to spend as much money, and this is what I'm saying. The more time people spend on this game, the more likely they are to spend money. I'll tell you what, if you're not giving me a couple good game options, I'm not going to spend a ton of money on this game because guess what? I'm going to have no way to use my players, and I'm not going to be on the game too often. So that's just something I'd like to see right there. My biggest issue with this year came with the menus. I felt like the menus were horrible to work. And it's strictly because there's no ways to make coins. Listen, we've gone accustomed to it. EA has completely killed training methods or training packs in which you can maybe convert some training into solid coins. That doesn't exist anymore, and we kind of get that. And listen, I'm not going to harp on them for that because there's no reason you should make a pack profitable. It should be luck or get complete, not, you know, the way they do it where it's like, you know, you have a 1% chance to maybe profit, but maybe you only have a 30-40% chance compared to what was a 75-80% chance, you know, back in Madden 20, Madden 21, those days in which training was absolutely incredible and you can make yourself tons and tons of coins off it. But if you at least give us an, you know, a 25 to 30% opportunity, I'd feel a lot better. That's obviously something we want to see improved, and just pack odds in general are pretty bad between both games. We'd like to see those improved, and I think that's universal across EA where they just need to improve their pack odds because, again, people don't want to pay for trash, and me myself, I don't want to pay my coins that I work hard for into potentially pulling a pack, which is, you know, online gambling. It's gambling in this game, but I'm feeling like I'm never going to win. And still, with the thrill of gambling, you have that, you know, the hint that you might win, but when you're really getting nothing in return, it kind of sucks. So I would like to see pack odds updated. Speaking of that, I'd like to see kind of more sets in this again in MUT 2. And I get maybe it slows down the menus a little bit, but I would like to see more sets in the beginning of the game where you maybe can get specific players compared to just a pack where you could potentially get one. If you see what I'm saying. Something else I didn't like, and again, I'm using my a lot of my knowledge kind of on what it was whenever I was really playing this game heavy towards the beginning. I didn't like the opportunity how you couldn't complete a player specific set, and it's still the same way right here. You guys can see it says 85 plus Ultimate Alumni player. During this promo, we had guys like Micah Parsons, Saquon Barkley. We had Mike Evans. You had was it Bobby Wagner on the middle linebacker? I can't remember who the middle linebacker. Eric Kendricks, someone of that nature. But there were certain players that are horrible, and there's certain players that are pretty good. But the problem is the only way you can get them is either pull them, or you got lucky out of this pack. And this kind of is a little bit nostalgic of the old Madden days, Madden mobile days, if you guys ever played those, where it was, kind of a luck to maybe get that certain player and stuff like that, or you might lose some coins. But to be fair, I don't really like that. I don't like it too much because I've grown accustomed to grinding out the menus and making the coins that way. Now, is this a selfish reason for me? Potentially. I'm sure a lot of people are glad that you can't just complete a set and cards hold higher value and stuff like that. For me, I'm not the biggest fan of that. I would like to see, the sets where we can complete the Saquon Barkley, where we can complete the Mike Evans. Because I remember whenever I first did the pack, I was like, oh, I'm going to, it's a fantasy pack, I'm going to choose my player. And then I pulled the middle linebacker for UCLA. I can't remember if it's Eric. I think it's Eric Kendrick. I want to say Eric Kendrick. Whoever it was. I pulled him. I was like, oh, you're not guaranteed a choice in this. Now I have a 50% shot. And knowing EA, I probably only have a 30% shot of pulling the card I actually want because they're going to load down this pack odds. You see what I'm saying? I wish that wasn't in the game. I wish they fixed that, especially towards the beginning of the game. With the Ultimate Alumni promo, whether they do that with the season of or stories of the week, with the legends, whatever it is. I hope you can specifically complete player sets. That would be fantastic. And again, I just like to see more ways to make some coins in the game. That's the biggest thing with me, where I'm a big coin grinder. It was really, really difficult to make coins in this game. And it wasn't fantastic in Madden either, but there were still methods to make coins. This game, it felt like you needed to get lucky on, I think I talked about it on the 82 to 83 method pack, and you had to sit around and wait for stuff to sell. That was really the only way you were going to make some coins in this game, and was to get lucky and hope they sell for a high amount of coins. I would like to see other ways to make coins in the game, and that's something I hope they bring into Cut 25, and hopefully they will, and then it makes the game a little bit better and lasts a little bit longer. But the final thing I want to talk about, this is something really, really little, but I thought card art, especially for the beginning game, was pretty horrible. I don't like that, and I don't know if it's something with the license agreement, whether they can't put actual players, or if it's going to take too much effort and maybe some lag will occur again, stuff like that. But if we go to kind of core players, we might be able to search it down here by program tab or something like that. But I was really not a fan of, let's see right here. I'm sure I just have some players in my binder with these generic arts. So, the Will Johnson, the Quinshon Judkins. I don't like the idea of having their, video game characters on the cover. I would rather have, kind of like how Javon Curse looks in this. Something like that. You got Jay Higgins or something like that. I prefer we don't do this. I prefer we actually put players on the card. Again, I get it. There's so many players. You got to upload so many photos, all that kind of stuff. It just makes it look a little bit cleaner, a little more professional, in my opinion. And I think that it is just better when you pull a card than you just see this and you're like, oh, I still pulled, let's say, 85 True Valor in the game. I pulled 85 True Valor, but the card looks a little goofy and stuff like that. And, it's something little, something minor, but that I think that's a nice touch if they could fix that. And again, I don't know if that's something with the agreement they have where they can't do that, or if it's just pure laziness from EA, or if the servers can't handle it, if there's a certain reason why they're not able to do that. But I would hope that they can maybe get that fixed out, and we get potentially some real photos on these guys. And you guys might saw it from the college football play. I mean, really, like the promo cards didn't even have real players either. That one kind of actually looks a little bit real, but this one is not real. It's clearly a, pixelated, not pixelated, but a video game rendering of Tristan Lay or whatever. So, that's just a couple small minor things that I think would look make the game look a little bit better, and hopefully, some people would perceive it as a little bit better, and I would as well, and I think it's a nice little touch if they can do that. But yeah, that's kind of my wish list for cut. Really, like, the game wasn't, I'm sure, horrible. Again, I didn't play too much of the game, and I'm gonna play a ton at the beginning because it's gonna be the only thing until Madden comes out, and I'll probably switch over to Madden then, and still touch on college and stuff like that. So that's just a couple things I would like changed, and hopefully that changes the trajectory of the game. And I'm telling you, if you allow people to work the menus more, I've noticed this, people will stick around longer. I have stuck around longer the better I've got at working at menus. You know why? Because I got more coins to play with, got more packs I can open, got more players I can try out, got more sets I can complete and test out, got more rerolls I can try and lose coins on. So, it gives you a thrill of chasing something. But also, you're able to recoup, and that's the biggest thing with me. I was never able to recoup after I lost 1.8 million coins when I rolled 2 million coins into legend packs, because I did pull nothing higher than pretty much the base minimum as I kept rerolling the packs. So yeah, that's just a couple things I would like changed. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Again, this isn't around EA. Cut's new. First year cut right here, really in the modern era, I'd say. There's, Ultimate Team back in the day, but the modern era, first year of college Ultimate Team, wasn't horrible, but can definitely improve upon it, and I hope they do, and I hope the game gets better, and I hope I stick on longer, because listen, I love college football. I love the NFL, but man, college football is fantastic as well, and I hope I can, kind of stay on the game a little bit longer. And the menus are a little bit better. That's the biggest thing to me is I hope the menus are better. The gameplay, fantastic. Graphics, fantastic. All that kind of stuff's fantastic. But hey, let's keep the menus going right here. Let's keep players like myself and plenty of others on a little bit longer. If you guys did enjoy the video, again, you're not going to want to miss out on this content. The countdown is, we're 8 days away, 7 days tomorrow. 7 days will be Monday, so we're super, super close to cuts. I need you guys to be liking, subscribe, commenting down below, and turn on post notifications. And I'm NTG. Peace out.